Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to a new version of Monster Strike. We are now at 12.0, and so we've got a bunch of updates to go through, so let's not waste any time. And as the screen's loading, we'll just start with the next new cool thing. We've got a brand new item to worry about, and it is a Waku Waku stick. This is going to give you the ability to transfer a Ableberry from one monster to another. Now I've already done this, so I took a video of that. So let's take a look about what it's all about. So you can go to the monster page, and the fourth item there with the scroll is where you can access this. The fourth button on the bottom lets you first pick the monster you want to steal the Ableberry from. I'm gonna pick Noah here because he has a sidekick S++. And I want to transfer that to the newest cool monster in the world, Lucy. And I'm going to get rid of that power up, speed up combo berry that they added to the mix. And this screen is just making sure, are you sure you want to do this? You are going to change this berry to that. And now, as you can see, a little anticlimactic, but now Lucy has the sidekick Ableberry, and Noah now has a free spot for another berry to fill in. So make sure you're you're very careful about who you want to use this on, because I doubt they're gonna give many of these. Well, I guess I said that about the Waku Waku Min too, so they have been giving that out a little bit more. But be very be judicious on where you want those berries to go. Okay, number 2. Oops, looks like I've already got the screen up. There is a new V meter available, and this is going to be available for Impossible Quest, Colossal Quest, and Gozetsu Extreme Quest. And how this works is after you get 15 chests that aren't a boss drop, so that means turtles, dragon gems, divines, they contribute to this V meter. And once you get 15, you will get a random roll of 1 through 5 copies of the boss. That's right, you could get 5 copies as a reward from this V meter. This is pretty awesome for those of you who haven't max lucked impossible monsters, because now even if you end up doing a very difficult turtle quest, you've just gotten yourself that much closer to getting a free drop of the monsters, possibly even 5. Now there are some fine print details that I want to go over. So the V meter is separate per quest, so you can't pool up these victories. So if you get like some through Izanami, you can't cash them out through a Kushinada quest. They're all separate, so don't get tricky there. Next one is regarding the Kai series. So if you do a Kai series, they will contribute to the non-Kai version, and those non-Kai version pooling will actually contribute together. So if you run normal Izanami or Izanami Kai, they should be pooling up on normal Izanami. And regardless, even if you're doing a Kai series, the drop will also be a non-Kai standard version. So I know Bishamonten Kai is easier than Bishamonten, but you're only gonna get a standard Bishamonten, no Bishamonten Kais. Next up, library does share with the Descendant quest, so Izanami in the library does share with Izanami when it comes out randomly. I don't even know, does it still do that? I'm sure it does. Here's an important note that the V meter is not available for Gozetsu Savage quest, so you need to do the highest difficulty to contribute to the V meter. I know that's a little bit of a bummer for a bunch of you out there. Next is that this does not contribute to the V meter if you are running this through tickets. I think there were some kind of rewards where you could get impossible tickets, and it also doesn't work for the sealed jades, the Fuin no Gyokuro. So do take care of that. And one last thing about as playing as a guest, you do not get any rewards for joining a quest as a guest. You must be the host to get V meter counts. So keep that in mind. And if the host does happen to fill it out during this quest, only the host gets the reward. The guests do not get anything. Next up, the library. The library can be sorted to show the last 20 played. Now, I don't know why my in-game screen is not showing up, so let's see. Give me 1 second to throw it up there. Whoop. There you go. Alright, so there is a cool, well, actually I don't know if this is that cool, but you can now go to the libraries and see which one you last ran. This is only going to start counting after this update, so it might be empty for a lot of you if you haven't run any library quests, but as you can see, I ran this Sandman a little bit earlier to ascend one of my monsters, so that's why you see it in the list. Who was I trying to ascend? Alibaba. There you go. So that's a small little update. That's pretty cool. Number 4, we've got some new in-game options, and this one I want to show an in-game version of what happened. So I ran Nirai Kanai a little bit earlier today, and as you can see, you can now see the killer target if it's on the gauge. Before I turned it off, you see that there was no target. So it is an option you can access through the menu button on the bottom right, which is pretty awesome. This applies for 2 cases, and they do have separate options for them. When a killer is on the gauge, you can now see the target mark on those appropriate enemies, and if you have no block on the gauge, if you have the guide active, it will show you going through the blocks now. So this could actually help out with, like, you know, those block hitboxes, being able to toggle that and understand that a little bit better. And you know, I've heard a lot of people ask for this as well, because you know, there are plenty of times where you want to see these actions through the gauge, so having that active now is pretty awesome. All right, number 5, there is a new quality of life adjustment in terms of increasing your box size. That's that middle button there. You can now specify how many orbs you want to spend, rather than being constrained to the 1, 5, 10 that they used to have before. Pretty cool small update. Number 6, when you're gathering items through your present box, it will now automatically open the next unread mail item. So if you are one of those people who like to pool up these rewards until a certain time, it should make it a little bit easier to collect them all. You can now just click that get button, and it should open up the next one if it is unread. Pretty cool. Number 7, we've got some new options, and I would highly suggest you turn these on. The option is the one under the green button, the X flag store. Anybody can read that. That's awesome. And it is the 3rd most tab here, and it's this top one and the bottom one. Now the top one lets you know when there's a new Impossible Kai, Bakuzetsu, Colossal, or Gozetsu quest. So when that first appears, you'll get a little notification. Great. The 4th one is something I'll go over at the end of the video, but this lets you know when you can redeem Gozetsu bonus item rewards. This is going to be very important if you can get that far in the game. So let me just turn it on. There is no reason not to do it, and I'll explain why at the very end of the video. Number 8, we've got some new box filters. Let's go take a look, and you can now filter by your monster type. We scroll down, and it should be under all of the standard filters, and just before the max luck option, you can now filter based on whether your monsters are balance type, power type, speed type, or blast type. I don't know. I mean, I guess if you're looking for those berry, you know, types, you know, who gets the bonus for the same type, you can now use this to help figure out your teams. But small little update. All right, number 9, you can now see the details of a monster on the quest details screen. Let's see. So let's say there's an event going on, and oh hey, you know, the Tanabata event featuring I don't remember his name already, and you can get Kana. It's like, oh, what was Kana like before? You couldn't do anything here, but now you can long press her profile, and there you go. You can see her in all her glory. Minesweeper and Mafuji, Demon's Bane. So pretty cool. Small update, great little update. All right, number 10. As I was alluding to earlier, there are now a concept of Gozetsu points. And how this works is when you get a drop of a Gozetsu monster, you get 10 points. You can get a maximum of 990 points per Gozetsu monster, which of course is the count for a max luck. So once you max luck a Gozetsu monster, you can no longer get any points for it. You need to go on to the next one. And what do these Gozetsu points do? Well, let's take a look, my friend. You can hit we have to close this. You can hit the rank button to get to it easily, and they have shuffled around the menu a little bit to take provide this menu, but now you can get some recurring rewards as a result of these Gozetsu points. The first one gives you the ability to create 5 orbs after some time. The second one gives you the ability to create 3,000 konki, the souls for the badges, after a certain amount of time. And the third one gives you a medal discount on whenever you try to purchase things through medals. And you can hit that green button to level up these rewards. Now at level 0 you get nothing, so you have to get to level 1, and as you can see it takes 50 points to get there. So what exactly are these rewards? Well, let's flip over to the next page, and here we go. As you can see, it requires 50 points to get to level 1. Once you get to there, you need another 100 points to get to level 2. You need another 100 to get to 3, 150 to get to 4, and another 150 to get to 5. So that means if you want to max out a certain reward, that costs 550 points, which means you need 55 luck of a Gozetsu monster before you can max out a certain item. Now, when do these rewards happen? So for creating orbs or konkis, as you can see, that timing just slowly decreases starting from 14 days. So every 2 weeks, once you get to level 1, you can get 5 orbs. Wow. Now if you level that up, you can speed that up a little bit. It goes from 14 to 13 and a half. Then it goes to 12 days and 20 hours, just a smidge under 13 days. I don't know why they did it that way. I don't know, 16 hours. Anyways, to level 4, it goes down to 12 days and 4 hours. And level 5, you can create 5 orbs every 11 days, 11 and a half days. Pretty intense. And for those of you who actually need konki, you're switching out monsters, you're switching out abilities all the time, that's a great way to go past the limit, because when you get these konki rewards, they do not contribute to your limit for the day. And the other important thing is that you have to actually manually redeem these rewards to restart the countdown. If you don't, you're just going to be wasting time, precious time. And that's why I was saying earlier, you should absolutely turn on your notification that these rewards are available for redeeming, because again, you don't want to waste any time. That's 5 free orbs. Getting that a little bit earlier can make all the difference. And the last thing is for the medal discounts, you can see it goes up from 1, 3, 5, 7, 10%. And this does include, like I was saying, the items that you get before starting a quest, and for purchasing those metal monsters like apricot, blueberry, olive, olive, what's the last one? Okay, I don't remember what the last one was, but somebody can tell me. But so if you like to max select those monsters, that is pretty awesome. Now one last thing that I want to go over that you may have noticed on the home screen is that this Moon-spot icon is available on the bottom right. And you know, you can think of this as like Pokemon Go. There are real life waypoints that you can go to. You can get items there. You can see this orb shard on the top. And this, once you collect 100 of them, you can turn those in for an actual orb. So, you know, it is, you know, encouraging people to go out there, get some rewards. Now, unfortunately, as you can see, if you're not in Japan, this is going to be worthless because there's nothing for you here. So, I don't intend to do any detailed videos about this because, you know, it's kind of sad to talk about something that you can't actually do at all. But if there's enough of you out there that really need those details, I can be inclined to make one for you guys. But until then, I'm just gonna sadly rotate my phone all here around here and see nothing. Hopefully they don't do too much with it, because that'll just make me even more sad. Okay, so that is it for 12.0. Let me know if you have any questions, anything I've missed. That was a lot of stuff to inhale, so thank you for watching. If you're still here, really do appreciate it, and until next time, bye bye.